wrapping things up here on Sunday evening at the Silver State Nitro Challenge, and former Pro Buggy winner at this race, Tebo, wrapping up again the 2013 Pro Buggy Championship. Jared, tell us a little bit about that race.
Yeah, it was a crazy race. I started third, had a pretty good start, actually a really good start. I got into the lead on, I think maybe the second lap, pulled a little lead, and my car was feeling awesome. My engine was running good, and I felt like I had some really good lines. And I got a little squirrely a couple times. Adam got pretty close to me. He got past me on the back straightaway and then messed up on his double-double. And I think I hit the back. I think he cased it. I hit the back of him, flipped over, and went to, I don't know, 10th or so, just way back. I flipped over, and the marshals couldn't get to me because everyone was coming, and I was like, oh my gosh, the same thing. And Truggy, you know, is going to happen again, but, you know, it wasn't quite my fault this time like it was in Truggy. And, yeah, I was super bummed, and after that I just put my head down and, you know, had some really good lines, caught back up, got to the battle for the lead, and me and Adam really duked it out pretty hard, and it was fun. It was fairly clean, but we, you know, it wasn't super clean, but it was fun. We were slamming each other and block passing and brake checking. It was cool. And then when I got in the lead, I was like, man, I should be able to just pull away. And you couldn't really pull away. It was so much easier to drive in second than out in front. And you know, you would pull a little bit of a lead, catch a bump somewhere, crash, you know, get in second, and then when you're in second, it was like the track was twice as smooth, it felt like. You know, and me and Cavallari were battling. Adam kind of fell back a little bit, and you know, we were battling it out, and he ran one more lap than I did, kind of the whole race in pit stops, and then not sure what happened in the last pit stop, he flamed out. And I took a huge breath. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I have it now. Just, you know, need to relax. And like, they got them started up so fast, and it kind of got me out of my rhythm, because I was like, okay, you know, I got it. There's 9 minutes to go, or 8:30 or something, and I crashed on the back straightaway. I crashed on the big double. I think I crashed somewhere else, and then I got tangled up with a car in the front rhythm, and next thing I knew, he was right on me again. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, I had such a great opportunity and I completely blew it. So yeah, he was right on me, and that last, I don't know, probably 4 minutes or so, it felt like it was an hour long. It was pretty intense.
How tough is it to get back in a rhythm when you feel like you kind of got everything going your way, and then it's like nothing goes right for 3 or 4 minutes, and you still got to pick yourself back up and keep charging back, you know, hard again? How tough is it to stay focused when something like that happens?
It's really tough. On like smoother tracks, it's a lot easier. You know, today the track's so rough. You know, I had a couple minutes there where like I couldn't go down the back straightaway, and you start just second guessing. You start thinking way too much, and you're trying to watch other people, see if your line just changed, see what happened. You lose your confidence in those sections, and it's really hard to gain that back. You know, when you're in front or when you're in behind, you can kind of see where they're going and see where you're going, and see if you're catching or not, and you know, you can kind of feed off that. You know, and it just helps build the momentum. But yeah, when you lose your rhythm on a bumpy track, it feels like you can't miss any bumps, and it's really tough to, it's just kind of like gaining your confidence back, and it seems like the track gets a little bit smoother. The track today, I don't know why, if the bumps were just in a weird spot, but it was like if you charged really hard, it was easier to go. Once you tried backing it down and driving safe, it got way bumpier.
And you know, we saw a mishap in pit lane with Cavallari. You guys running the same engines, but you know, he flamed out as soon as his pit guy set his car down, and you know, his dad gets to pit for him at all these races, but you also have the same pit guy at every event you go to with you know, Kyosho team manager Joe Pillars. So how important is it to have the same pit guy at all these races, and how much do you guys communicate through the race? Is he telling you, where the field's at, helping you find those other lines so you're not having to look at other cars, or does he just kind of, make sure that your car's got fuel in it and leave everything up to you?
It's really important to have the same pit guy. You build a certain trust. I'm really picky, I think, to pit for. I like hearing certain things at certain times and hate hearing things at certain times too. And I'm probably not the easiest guy to pit for, but we have a great relationship on and off the track, and it definitely helps. He knows. He pretty much knows, what I want to hear. The key thing for me is I want to know when someone crashes around me. I have a terrible time of trying to watch other people, and especially if someone's flipping, it's like I'm fighting my body 100% to not look at what just happened. And it's just, you would think it's a ridiculous problem to have, but it's super hard. So sometimes I really like being talked to. Where are people at? I'd yelled at once, okay, don't say anything, the only thing I want to hear is if Ryan crashes. And I like hearing that if the person that I'm racing with is making mistakes, because then it relieves me a little bit to want to look around. But it's hard. The pit guy relationship is really key.
You had a really good week in truck also. You were last year's Pro Truck champion. You had the speed today, but things just didn't work out in the truck class. So how hard is it, after that, you've got like an hour and a half, and then you're up on the stand again for Buggy. How tough is it to just kind of wipe your memory clean, forget about what happened, and go up and do the job at hand, having already had a setback earlier in the day?
Yeah, not too bad. I was happy with the truck, man. I was really just bummed that I made the mistake at the beginning, and it just put me in the back of the pack. My truck felt awesome, and one side of me, I was really excited to finish second, because I was driving around in 8th to 10th at the beginning, just like, oh my gosh, I was a pinball out there. I felt I just could not get in my rhythm. I'd get a little sideways, someone would hit me. And, not other people's fault. It was just, I'd have to check up and I'd be sideways or something, and I just couldn't get going. And to finish second, I was really happy. So I felt like the momentum was on my side going into the Buggy main. I felt like I had good lines. I felt like I was faster than Ryan. The beginning just didn't really go my way. So for the Buggy main, I just wanted to get a clean first 5 minutes. That's always something I try to think about, and it seems like I'm a terrible starter. I don't know, last year I had the same problem at a lot of races, where I can't get that first 2 minutes clean. Just something happens. I mean, Nitro Challenge the same way in Buggy. So I don't know, I need to work on that a little bit. It's cool when you can have comebacks, but I hate hearing it, oh man, sweet comeback. It's like, I want to hear like, oh, that was awesome, you checked out and won.
Well, so you mentioned that Nitro Challenge, that you had a bobble. Actually, we actually talked about that before the main start. You said that it was really important for you, starting from TQ, to just put in a couple clean minutes and get out in front of everybody. You ended up crashing on the first lap, the whole field got by, and you spent the entire race working back up the second. So how good does it feel to come back to a race like this? You had to work your way up a little bit, but you got up to the front. You won the race pretty handily by the end of it. Is this kind of redemption for what happened a couple of months ago?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy. I had a really tough year last year. Just I feel like I've been driving really well. I feel like I'm driving better than I ever have. My cars are working better than they have, and just certain things haven't been clicking. And these. CRCRC went really good. Nitro Challenge went really good, just couldn't quite get the wins. Cactus went awesome, and yeah, I'm stoked to win 2 classes here. It would have been nice to get the Truggy, but yeah, 1 and a 2, I'm going home happy.
Yeah, you've had a heck of a year so far, and obviously a fantastic weekend, taking the win in both Pro Electric Buggy and Pro Nitro Buggy. Congratulations on a great weekend, dude.
Cool, thank you so much.